Spent 2 nights in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin with me. We got into town about mid-afternoon and decided to kill some time downtown with a little door-to-door shopping. This antique store blasting Low by Flo Rida absolutely stole the show. We went over to check into our Airbnb next, the Cozy Cardinal A-Frame. This was an amazing spot secluded in nature that would be perfect for a couple's getaway, but my friend and I were on a little honeymoon. We headed over to DJ's and the Drink for dinner, but this place was packed for Taco Tuesday, so we honestly just grabbed food to go, but you guys, this Italian beef sandwich was legit. However, the night wasn't over yet. I headed over to the Maxwell Mansion next to go to an intimate evening of mind reading with Joe Diamond. I grabbed a cocktail from the apothecary bar before going in. These mixologists know what they're doing. My Romeo and Juliet truly tasted like a walk through a summer garden. The psychic show was absolutely mind-blowing. It was only about an hour long and limited tickets are available, but 10 out of 10 would recommend spending your Tuesday nights in the psychic parlor. We ended the night with a glass of wine amongst the fireflies out in the hot tub at our Airbnb, which was just the icing on the cake of our first night. The next morning we had a coffee and some pecan kringle from Racine out on the deck with the birds, and then headed downtown to get the day started. We grabbed a latte from Inspired, a cafe that employs people with intellectual, developmental, or physical disabilities, and then we headed out onto the Lake Geneva shore path for a hot girl walk. I tricked Megan into doing 6 miles instead of 3 by failing to tell her that it was an out and back route, but I can now say I've completed 2 full sections from the shore path guide, so it was kind of worth it. We definitely earned our lunch at Tuscan Tavern after this. Their pasta was to die for. However, we definitely still needed another walk after this meal and popped into a few more shops until coming across the Lake Geneva Clue Room. I am obsessed with escape rooms, and Megan had never done one, so we obviously had to hop into a room. I am happy to report that we did escape with like 2 minutes to spare. We headed back to the Airbnb after this and freshened up for the night before heading back downtown for dinner at Oak Fire. This was my second time dining here. Their Neapolitan pizza is so good, and they have a lakefront view, perfect for catching the sunset. We ended up devouring our food faster than we thought though, so we had to pop next door to Barrique for a glass of wine to finish watching the sun go down. We had one more hot tub date and then caught up on Love Island before heading to bed for our last sleep in Lake Geneva. After checking out, we obviously had to make the most of our time and headed down to the Thursday Farmers Market at the Horticultural Hall. We were both shocked with how many stands were here. This market was huge. If you see these morning buns when you go, get them, trust me. A little more coffee never hurt anybody, so I grabbed a coconut cream cold brew from the porch before heading back home, and honestly, I'd highly recommend you do the same when in town because the coffee was strong, the cafe was cute, and they have a boutique next door to stroll through as well. I have a ton of more fun local recs coming your way, so don't forget to follow along for more.